Hello everyone, I'm Hillary with Dominion Tea, and today we're going to explore the really big world of green tea. So there are thousands of green teas available to you. That's really hard to think about when you start to wrap your mind around that. The Chinese Tea Board actually confesses to the fact that they can't tell you all the different green teas that are in the market in China. There are just so many of them. So what does that leave you as the buyer to know and to try to figure out? Well, there's some key characteristics when you're out looking at green tea that helps you to know what you like. So let's explore some of those. So with China, there are all sorts of tea leaf shapes, right? So good old Dragonwell, these big flat leaves. They're dried with heat as opposed to steam, right? They also have twisted leaf as well as balled. So the fun part is, just looking at it optically, you're not going to really be able to tell the difference of all these teas, even from China. But what you want to understand is that each one of them is going to have a unique flavor because of a term that is just absolutely useful, terroir. So terroir was developed by the French. It's a term that refers to the sunlight, the rain, the soil contents, we're talking nutrients, elevation, all those characteristics that go into a plant that ultimately are going to give it its flavor. And so when we're working with green tea, terroir is absolutely important because that's going to distinguish between a really dry grass versus a wet grass, even before we get into whether or not we twist or flatten the tea leaf. So China bakes their greens. That's going to give it a distinctive flavor. We get into another country just south of China, right? So Vietnam. Vietnam produces a beautiful green tea, very much in the same Chinese fashion. They bake. What is so amazing about it is a lot of their green teas come in this what they call a hook shape, and that is because they dry the tea in a big drum. It looks like a big dryer, and that tossing process causes the tea leaves to twist into little hooks. Now, the Vietnamese green might be twisted just like this Chinese jasmine, but the difference is the jet stream. So again, we're back to terroir, right? That ocean air that travels over Vietnam gives this a lot heavier, more marine type flavors, as opposed to the Chinese green, which are grown much more inland in China and away from the ocean. Another country that we've got is Japan and good old Sencha. So flat leaf, but look at how deep green that is in comparison to the Dragonwell, right? Why is that? Well, part of it, of course, is going to be the cultivar, the tea plant. But the bigger deal is the Japanese steam the green before they dry it to stop oxidation. And that steaming process causes that deep green color that the Chinese are not going to get because they go straight to baking to stop oxidation. And so along with Vietnam, Japan is an island, lots of ocean air. You're going to get a lot more aquatic flavors out of a Japanese tea than you will a Chinese tea because of location, right? So terroir, again. So what does this mean for you as a green tea drinker, or better yet, just a tea explorer? There's a lot of options out there. So don't just look at the shape of the leaf, look for the country, because that's going to give you a better indication of what kind of flavor profile you're going to get. And keep notes, because there's so many teas to go try, you're not going to be able to keep them straight without a good notebook nearby. And it's okay to do that. There's a lot of us that do that. That allows you to keep track of what flavors you like, which countries have a tendency to produce those flavors, so you know kind of where to go to keep exploring the wonderful world of tea. Leave us any questions or comments.
We hope you enjoyed learning more about tea with us. Hit the subscribe button so that you can be notified when we add more videos to our channel. And check out the highlighted videos to learn even more about tea. And last but not least, you can check out all of the teas we talk about in our videos at dominiontea.com.